So all up in here, all up in here, including the ears, as they said. Okay. Well, generally, 70% could be sliced up in those areas. Approximately. And this is Lala News 3, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. So, in this episode, I'll actually be talking about the newborn that was left with a cut on her face after an emergency C-section, which I found quite interesting. So, you guys know where to reach me at. Check me out on all social media platforms, including YouTube and 8 podcasting platforms at Lala News 3. So, let's get right into it. So, you have, Reazjhana and Damarqus Williams. So, they actually went to Denver Health. And they went in for a natural birth with their daughter Kyanni. And Damarqus ended up saying, they said our baby made a sudden movement. They couldn't hear her heartbeat or find it, and they took her into an immediate C-section. So that was quote, end quote, from the father. So the hospital then said that the baby's face was close to the placenta wall. Okay, and the result was needing 13 stitches with a plastic surgeon immediately after delivery. So, like, just imagine, like, you give birth, you can't wait to see your baby, and then they tell you, well, first they tell you, oh, wait, you were supposed to have a natural birth, and then they say, oh, wait, something went down, so now we need to do an emergency C-section, and then your baby come out with a whole cut on their face. They said 13 inches or something like that, or 13 stitches. So, that's like 13 stitches, you know what I'm saying? You may think it's not a lot for you, but like for a baby, their face is like real small and whatnot. So 13 stitches, and then you need immediate plastic surgery. That's a lot. So basically, the mother, Reazjhana, told Fox 31 in Denver, I try to be understanding about what happened. But on top of the fact her face got cut and a plastic surgeon had to come do it, there's just a lot of things I'm not understanding with the C-section. So I've never heard of anybody having to deal with their baby's face looking like this after a C-section. So the mother seems a little bit upset, you know what I'm saying, which I don't blame her because given the situation and all. Okay, so Denver Health, though, the hospital itself, now they did release a statement, though, to Fox 31 News. So they said Denver Health has been in touch with the family directly. While this is a known medical complication in emergency C-sections, our focus is always on providing care in the best interest of the mother and child. At Denver Health, the safety and well-being of our patients is the #1 priority. So, of course, that end statement was a PR statement. However, they did mention that, and I'll drop the links as well to that actual article from Fox 31. And then also, just because I felt that they said in their statement, the hospital themselves, that even though this is a well-known thing, like the complication is well-known, like it's not something that's rare, okay, is what they're trying to say. So I did go and pull some stats just so we can know what's going on and what. So according to birthinjurysupport.com, fetal lacerations occur in as many as 3% of cesarean section deliveries. 3%. So that's 3 out of every 100. Just to give you a round number, okay? 3 out of every 100 babies. Which, if you think about it, is a lot. That's a high number compared to, But anywho, infants may be cut by scalpels or other instruments during delivery. So 3%, and then we have about 70% of fetal lacerations, injuries are actually to the infant's head, the face, and the ears. So all up in here, including the ears, as they said. Okay. Well, generally, 70% could be sliced up in those areas. Approximately 20% actually affect the buttocks, legs, and the ankles, and the remaining 10% of any lacerations or laceration injuries that may occur affect the infant's back, which is like where the spine and all that, which is important, is going on. So The location of the injury depends, they said, largely on the fetal positioning in the womb when lacerations occur during cesarean section. So those numbers there, they broke down the 100% in its totality. So 70% are in the facial area, 20% once again are in the, the bottom lower half, below the torso, and then the back area is the remaining 10% of that 100% of the 3%, if that makes sense. So now they went even deeper and said about 8 of every 1,000 children born with lacerations also have bone fractures. I wasn't ready for that one because I was like, damn, so like, not only, I mean, I get that it's risk and error and everything, but like, not to know that this is like a really freaky story, but then not to take away from what it is, but to know that the baby has to have a permanent scar on their face from birth. Like, it's not like something they'll go get from riding a bike. So that's kind of messed up. They didn't get the opportunity to experience that themselves, you know what I'm saying? However, accidents happen, but this is like, I can't imagine. I don't know. I'm fortunate that those didn't happen. I'm sure other injuries occurred during birth and whatnot as well, but the parents seemed like really disturbed, especially like the mother, because she's like, I mean, imagine, I showed up for this is what happened, and then now we here. And the first thing my baby get is emergency plastic surgery to sew their face back together with 13 stitches. And that can be, that's, that can be like that much, especially on a baby's face. That's a big amount. But anywho, let me know what you guys think about that. I found it interesting, especially with the statistics, rather. That's a big factor when it comes to understanding this story and the layout. So it's like, oh, so this does happen that often, and then they're acknowledging this is not nothing new. It happens. But I'm just like, okay, I mean, yeah, it happens to somebody, but just now the realization that it happens. And I have a picture of the baby, so I'll post it probably at the end of the video so you guys can see, what happened. Or I'll post at the beginning so at least you guys can know what's going on. Anyway, it'll be in there for y'all to check out. And I'll include the links as well, so you guys can also check that out. But let me know what you think and how will you feel if it happened to you or a loved one. Or do you know somebody it happened to? I don't know. Let me know. Anywho, this is Lala News 3, and thanks for tuning in. Yeah.